Guys, welcome back to Gilly Bikes. Today I'm on something I've been wanting to have a play on for a while, so let's just cut straight to the walk round. As always, thanks for coming, and if you're new and you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider it, because I've got loads of reviews coming up for all bikes, different shapes and sizes, and the only way you can guarantee not missing out and getting updates etc is to hit that subscribe button. So please do, I would appreciate it lots and lots and lots. Look at it. So today I'm out on the Royal Enfield. It's the HNTR 350, otherwise known as the Hunter in other parts of the world. I like the bike. I'm not going to hide it. I do. It's a lovely bike to ride. Let's have a look round. Now this truly is the sexy close-up. Just look at this. I think this is a really nice looking bike. The Hunter 350. Now this does come in, I don't know if it's 6 or 7 colours. This one in particular, this grey colour, is one of the free colours. I say free, it comes as part of the price of the bike. There are a couple of the other colours that you have to pay a little bit extra for. We've got bi-bree brakes on the front, disc brakes front and rear. The exhaust, I think this is a little bit shorter. It does look a little bit shorter than the Meteor in the Classic. Probably explains why it's a bit raspier in the sound. There's a bit more of a rumble to the exhaust as standard. This is how good the exhaust is. I would not bother with an aftermarket exhaust for this, because I think it sounds good in its standard form, which is rare for me to say, I know. The same 350 engine as the Classic and the Meteor. However, all the info I've been trawling the internet for would suggest that this bike, we tuned it or done something with it, because it seems to have a little bit more power at the bottom end. So it does feel a bit nippier than those other two 350s that I keep mentioning. And all the way around, really like this bike. Centre stand as well, hanger side stand. I like everything about this bike, like the rear seat at the back. So we've got quite a nice place for a rear passenger to sit on. It's really padded. That is so plush, comfortable, and a nice big grab handle as well. If they don't want to cuddle you, they've got somewhere to put their hands. For me, it's all about the weight saving. This to the other 350s, and you can see exactly where the weight savings come in. And I've mentioned it before, on the Classic and the Meteor, they've got really substantial chunky foot pegs, and this is loads smaller. Same at the back, it's just got these little foot pegs. They're even saving on the stickers going round. Look at that, it doesn't even go all the way around the wheel. This is plastic, so it's plastic to keep the weight down. Now, having something plastic on the back as well, that means it's not going to rust. It's a keeper. Keep it for years. You'll not see any rust on this plastic, I tell you. No, you won't. Let's see. Yeah, that feels plastic at the front as well. So again, it's just how they've made the weight savings on this bike, and it does feel considerably lighter. I like the tank. I really like what they've done with the graphic there as well, and it looks particularly good, I think, in this grey. And I've seen a few of the other colours as well. That's the only difficult thing for me with this bike, is that you've got a few different colour schemes, and I would say there's at least 4 of them I look at and go, oh, I like that, I'd have that. Oh, look, that would be difficult actually to choose a colour, because they're all nice. As you would expect with this bike, there's not loads of buttons, there's not any modes or anything to speak of, so it is a nice and easy get on and ride. So this side we've just got the horn, got your indicators, we've got your high low beam. There's another button down here which is just like your information button, so you press that, all it does is this. It just changes the information that you're looking at, so you can look at your trip computer, your total miles, etc. So on the right hand side we have just got your hazard lights, and we've got your engine start and cut off. And as I've already showed you the screen, I'll just show you it in a bit more detail. So we do have the speedo in miles per hour on the outside. We've got kilometers going on the inside. As far as information goes, in this little digital box we've got here, we have got a fuel gauge, which is good. That for me should be on every single bike, and for some reason it's not, but hey ho, this one's got one, so it's good. You've got a clock, you've got the gear indicator as well. It's got everything you need, nothing else. I like these little tanks as well. I like how the key is guarded. It's just a subtle little thing, but I like it. It just makes it look nicer on the move. You're not looking at a key slot. The mirrors, they're fine, they do a job. The glass is big enough, you can see everything behind you as you need to, but there is a little bit of vibration when you're riding, so it doesn't affect kind of the safety use of them, but when you're riding you can kind of see it shuffling about a bit, but you can still see everything behind you, so it's all good. Let's go for the test ride. Let's see what it's like on the move. Now, for those very eagle-eyed viewers of you that notice I wear the same thing all the time, today I am sporting my new Oxford jacket. This is quite thin material, but it's got a nice liner in it. We've got padding, everything else. So I'm a massive fan of my new jacket, and I'll put details in the description if you're interested in something like this, because I've had quite a few things off Oxford and they last for years and years and years. I think my last Oxford jacket I used for about 8 years, and it started to look a bit tatty because I was just wearing it all the time. So I'm quite happy to be sporting this today. Links in the description if you want one. Anyway, let's go for a play. Let me show you what this sounds like on startup. Okay, so it's quite quiet, isn't it? When you first start it up, you can just hear a little purr, little rumble. Let's give it a little bit of accelerator, shall we? Haha, yes. It sounds proper mean. What I'm gonna do while I'm here is a bit of a brake test. Let's go. Ooh, so that was from 30 mile an hour, and you know what? That felt really good. I've only been on this bike a matter of seconds, and already it's just got that lovely little feel to it that just inspires confidence. You can throw it around from side to side and it feels really agile, but really comfortable as well. Yeah, I think I want one. You sat up quite straight, so it's my favourite position. The pegs are fairly central, so again it's a nice comfortable riding position. The speedo is fairly basic, but it's got everything that you need. As far as the actual speedo goes, I'm not a massive fan of when they don't put in kind of, at very least, going up in 10s, and it's going up in 20s in the MPH, so you've just got to watch yourself with that so you're not speeding. But I do like the digital bit on there. I think it's a nice clear fuel gauge, which is good, and it's got my favourite, the gear indicator as well. Even got a clock so I can see how late I'm going to be, because I'm always bloody late. That's just fact. Fashionably late though, not unreasonably late, I would say. My mates would probably disagree. They'd probably go with the unreasonable bit. Listen to the roar. I like it. Let's give it a little bit of a blast, shall we? Let's get it to 70. Now this is the thing with the 350 engines. I think a lot of people, and I've been guilty of it myself in the past, you look at a 350 engine and you think, oh yeah, you shouldn't be going on the motorway with that, they're not powerful enough for it. But I've just got to 70 mile an hour quite quickly on that, and it's not struggling by any stretch. I'm not redlining it. There is certainly more in it. I don't know how much more in it, and I'm not going to find out today, but it's capable of motorway speeds. And even with it being, it's a little bit breezy today, but it's not uncomfortable. And I suppose like every bike now, there's always aftermarket wind protection if that's something that interests you. But yeah, as far as the motorway goes, it can do motorway speed, so that is a big plus for me. You can see there's not a massive gap there, but I can fit through that with no issues at all, so it's fine for sneaking right to the front of the queue. No issues whatsoever. And who doesn't love a bit of sneaky in the morning? Let's give it a little go on the country lanes. It's just such a nice place to park your backside on. Sorry for being quiet, but I am loving this bike. Oh, hello horsey. It's so nice on the bends. That exhaust, I don't even hear a rumble now. All I hear it goes, buy me, 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 buy me. It happens a lot, doesn't it? We go out, we park up. How easy is this? Just moving it with your feet. It's so unbelievably light. And that is a massive win for me, because certainly like with my Harley, you can't throw the Harley around like that. You can't move it as quick with your feet. I wasn't trying to move it quick then. It was just, as soon as you start moving your feet, this bike rolls, and it's very effortless to do it. If you're thinking about one of these, don't wait too long, because supply and demand, I can see this being a massive seller. And if it is, that means the price will end up sneaking up as well. So get them while they're hot is what I'm saying. I've been in this seat now for an hour or two, and it feels really comfortable still. I'm not in any pain at all in my backside. No issues with my back either. This is going to do me for today. I would really love to know your thoughts and feelings on this bike. Summary 350. It's a little bit nippier than the Meteor and the classic 350 that Royal Enfield do. I think it's got a bit more of a modern look to it. I think it's a lot easier to manage around town, because the turning circle on this seems to be a little bit better. It does appear to be lighter, so if you are looking for a lighter bike, or you're looking for a smaller bike but still want some sort of decent performance out of it, then this bike should be on your radar. So I'm going to end it there. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this, and I will catch you all on the next one, and feel free to comment. Bye bye.